Okay. Thank you very much for joining the webinar. Just a quick introduction of myself for who doesn't know who I am. I'm Saverio Mattucci, product manager for Robuschi product, specifically responsible for low blower range. I'm so glad today to present you the last born in the Robuschi product portfolio, the Robox Direct, taking inspiration from the Robox Aqua product dedicated for aquaculture application. We decided to make some little modification, giving the possibility to sell this product also in the industrial application. Okay, in this presentation, we will go through the description of the complete package in terms of scope of supply, performances, instruction on installation, info about maintenance operation, and also commercial aspects that obviously are most important to know. Okay, in this slide, there are resumed the main key performance value of this product. So we have only one side, Robox Direct ES55, that can reach as maximum capacity 760 cubic meter per hour at 1 bar of maximum pressure, the delta pressure. And the only modification regarding the standard lobe production is obviously the transmission, that is the direct coupling. This slide shows the complete info regarding the dimension, includes some particular value. For example, the minimum space for the replacement that you can see in this part of the presentation. That obviously we will see in more detailed then. Same speech of the previous slide, but without noise enclosure, just to give also how it shows the product without noise enclosure in case of customer wants to have machine without noise enclosure. Positioning. This is one of the main aspects in which we have focused and much concentrated. So the footprint reduction, in order to give to the customer more flexibility during installation, and without obviously remove some positive aspect that we have on the standard lobe package. For example, the installation by side by side, that is still one of the important features of this product. But also you can see also in the picture with the 4 unit Robox Direct, we can fit the same spot in the same space occupied by 3 conventional Robox, giving more capacity in the same space. So this is important characteristic that we have added on this product. Another important features in combination of what's said in the previous slide is the additional of the sound-proofed base that is an integral part of the machine that allow further flexibility, such as the possibility of installation on upper levels, reducing the space requirement and consequently the compressor room side. And the picture show very well how we can do this. Just to give you an overall view of the product, specify the main parts of the noise enclosure. So you can see in this slide which are the main components of this product. Regarding the scope of supply, okay, we started with the rear end, and I guess that every one of you know very well the Robuschi bear shaft. So in this slide, I've just listed a summary of the main features regarding the lobe bear shaft, with the addition of the very important new entry, that is the oil-free certification that we have already obtained by TÜV certification. So this is important news for our product. And okay, the other characteristics are very known, I think, for all of you. In terms of traction silencer, we decided to use the same of the standard package, so the SPF, due to the double function that this silencer has, so the absorptive and the reactive. The reactive part is also patented, that ensure a good noise reduction and filtration to avoid pollution on the blower. Same speech for the discharge silencer. The discharge silencer that is only reactive, thanks to the 3 resonance chamber designed that you can see in the picture, with a different volume, ensure a good attenuation of the noise. And this is very important because also the fact that this discharge silencer doesn't have any absorbent material, this avoid the possibility of pollution inside downstream for the process customer. Another important thing for the discharge silencer is the fact that this is anti-spark, certified by TÜV, and is shown in the slide the TÜV certification, thanks to the internal pipe drilled that acts as flame arrest. So this is an important benefit for the customer that prevent any kind of contamination of combining gas with the possibility spark generated by the blower. So it's important also because gives to the customer any additional cost for any traps, spark traps, or other things like this. In terms of protection, starting from the check valve, we use also in this case the same components of the standard package. So this is a simple check valve used to protect the blower against the reverse flow. Exactly the same components of the standard package. So in this case, we don't have add anything. In terms of safety valve, also in this case, we use the RVP safety valve that it's used only to protect the blower and not the customer system. This is very important to know. The valve is completely settable by Robuschi or by the customer itself in a very simple way. And in the next slide, we will see also in which way we can do this. So practically, the slide show how it's possible to set the valve. As you can see, we have studied a very good solution to make this operation easy and more comfortable for the customer, to save money and time for the customer. So this is in this slide it's showing how it's possible to do this part of the operation. The coupling. This is one of the main differentiations compared to the standard package. So we have studied a dedicated plate for the motor, designed to fit 2 different sides, 30 kilowatts and 22 kilowatts, and also a standard coupling that ensure a better efficiency and less maintenance compared to the traditional system with transmission belts that guarantee 100% of efficiency. About the electric motor, also in this case, we consider it, as I said before, only 2 power, 30 kilowatts and 22 kilowatts, that match exactly the key performance value shown at the beginning of the presentation. Motors are absolutely standard following the ESC normative, and there are 2 sizes, 180 and 200, and can be installed inside the package. This brand that we have already for this standard load package that are VEC and ABB. Another important thing that I want to show in this slide is the maximum length admissible for the 2 power that we mentioned, 22 and 30 kilowatt. Just to give you the possibility to know the space inside in case of customer wants to install his own motor. But we prefer obviously sell our brand that I mentioned before. But in case of, these are the maximum length, and can help you if customer wants for sure to install his own motor. About the fan ventilation, also in this case, we used a similar fan that we used in the standard package. So it's an extraction fan that ensure obviously about the installation of the hot air inside the noise enclosure, and it's completed with terminal box to have a good and easy connection by the customer. About the discharge connection with the customer process, we use also in this case the same type. So we don't introduce any different system to have a quickly and easy installation in case of revamping solution. So consider case in which you have to replace a hot blower. So in this case, the installation is very easy and easier because the flange connection is practically the same. Standard instrumentation, we obviously use the same gauge type of the standard package, so to ensure the correct measure of the filter clogging and discharge pressure. Nothing to add about this. Okay, process air circulation. In this case, we have completely reviewed and restudied the process air circulation inside the package. So if we compare this with the traditional package, the fresh air inlet is on the front, and you can see the grid in the front panel. Then going through a specific conveyor that we will see better in the next slide, goes first to the blower, ensuring a better cooling, and then is sucked to the by the silencer. In this slide, we will see better the inside suction conveyor with the flow spat, and there is also a secondary window that is used also for cooling the electric motor. So in this case, with this new process air circulation, we guarantee a good cooling of the two main components, the motor and the blower. This is completely, as I said before, studied and reinvented. About the cooling air out circulation, also in this case, we have also reviewed this part, designed a specific exhaust conveyor that ensures the extraction of the hot air coming from the noise enclosure, and also the hot air coming from the safety valve if it's open. And despite a very compact design, we avoid any stagnation of hot air inside the noise enclosure. So also this is an important features that we add for this product. And you can see that the completely hot air is exhausted on the rear part. So this is also avoid possible problem if the blower are installed side by side. Going to the option list, for this product we have at the moment only two very simple options. One is the inverter, that it's only a common inverter that can be that customer can buy, and also then it's customer care to install in a proper electric cabinet. And we have a dedicated plate that is used to facilitate motor substitution and service operation when it's necessary. This is the only two option list for this product. About the performance, we tested this machine in our lab according to the ISO 1217, performed at 900 millibar and 700 cubic meter per hour, and we compared this to the traditional low blower. And you can see in the slide that we got a very good result, because we have a minus 8% of saving of the Robox Direct. And if we're assuming an operation mode of 24 hours on 24 with a cost of kilowatt 0.1, the total amount of saving reach almost 1,700 euros. That is a very, very good result, speaking about the two same technology. About the sizing tool, we use the same sizing tool that we use it for standard product, with the only difference that left in the correct way, it's necessary to use as model the CRBS. That means obviously blower direct coupling. But for the rest, the sizing tool is completely the same. Noise level, also in this case, this is important features to show, because we performed this also in our lab according to the ISO 3746, and we got also a very good result. The test was performed at 900 millibar and 700 cubic meter per hour, and the final result was 74 dBA. That, despite of this very compact design, it's a very good result. In terms of installation operation, I mentioned at the beginning the fact that this product has standard features as a closet base for rack installation or scaffold installation. This slide shows only in which way it's made this part, that it's very new introduction for our product. In terms of handling, we have different type of way of handle this product, moving at the ground level with simple trans pallet, or moving also to upper level using removing the roof panel and use a lifting crane. This just to see that, just to say that we have tried to design it, the product also for a good handling. We recommend for the on-site replacement to look the Robox Aqua in the ground. It's just a suggestion, but it's not necessary if customer don't want. And this slide show how do this and which kind of anchor board to use it. Just an information for the installation operation. In terms of environmental condition, this machine is suitable for standard operation environmental conditions, so by between minus 20 degree and 40 degree, and these conditions are in accordance also with the electric motor conditions. So we have combined these two features, the blower and the motor. Okay, we have a question by Cristina Cavazzini that I saw. It's possible to lift with crane? Yes, it's possible, and we can go back to the slide that show this, because we have anchor. We have a specific parts in which on the package that can allow this. So the answer is yes, absolutely yes. Okay, going ahead. Okay, and another question by Antonio Stefanile, if it's possible to install the blower up to 1,000 meters of altitude. It's possible, but we have pay attention of the electric motor, because if the altitude and the suction temperature have a combination that for the motor it's critical, because we have the rating thermal possibility, and for sure we can install on this condition, but we have to pay attention on the motor. So the motor will be obviously not standard, and it's important also to pay attention, because being the motor not standard, we have to check if the additional of the bigger size is possible to fit or not. And this is the answer. Another question by Claudio: why below 1,000 meters? Okay, it's the same that Antonio asked before. So the answer is that yes, for the blower it's no problem. The problem is for the motor, and due to the fact that the blower it's a very compact package, it's better to pay attention and to see if it's installable a bigger motor or a motor with some characteristic that avoid the possible problem that the environmental condition can bring to the motor. So the answer is yes, but it's better to come back to us and to see if it's possible or not. Okay, about the indoor installation. This is just a generic scheme of our compressor room should be, but obviously it's not something that we do. It's customer care to provide this compressor room. This is a very estimated calculation of the total extraction capacity that the ventilation fan that obviously inside the room, the blower room, that is customer care, installed in the compressor room must guarantee a good ventilation inside the blower room. About the outdoor installation, there are some suggestions that we want to give. Some suggestions to follow if the machine will be placed outdoor, and are assumed in this table. So obviously, this also to say that the machine is also possible to install outside, but with some recommendation that we suggest. Service and maintenance. These are the main maintenance activities. So one innovation was made for the suction filter replacement, that the roof is not longer lifted up, but can slide normally. This was thought to permit the maintenance also in case the machine are installed in a scaffold structure with limited space to liften up the roof. So this is an innovation that we made, and to guarantee also in limited space a good service maintenance. For the rest, everything is very easy, and the access is practically on the front panel. The oil level check, the peeling, and an additional value is the fact that belt transmission are not longer in this product, so it's an important features that give to the customer minus operation maintenance in terms of time and cost. Okay, just I give a service maintenance scheduling. So the change of the oil, the replace air filter, and the general air and division that practically are the same of the standard blower and standard package. The warranty. Also the warranty, doesn't change anything. We have a standard warranty that is 12 months from the factory after commissioning, or 18 months after the shipment. Okay, this is information, commercial information that maybe are very interesting for you. It's lead time and the price list. So lead time at the moment is 9 weeks starting from order entered. And the price list is 7,600. It's the price list of only the package without the motor. In this slide, I wanted all just to have a comparison between standard Robox Lobe and Robox Direct at same performance, just to show you that even if there is a higher capex investment, you can see that thanks to the less maintenance cost and thanks to the better efficiency that we mentioned in the previous slide, the minus 8%, at the end, the total life cycle cost give us a saving, an important saving, and an important payback that is more or less 50 months. Okay, we have another question by Claudio. Next week's a lot. Yes, correct. It's a lot, but because obviously this is a new product with new some components. For example, the base frame, the base cabinet, and also the noise enclosure are different, are designed in different ways. So at the beginning, for sure, we will have some issues in terms of supply chain that for sure with the during the launch and during the year, for sure this value we will decrease. But at the moment, also according to the supply chain, this is the unfortunately the lead time at the moment. Okay, the price of the inverter, another question by Claudio. It's the same list price that we have for the Robox Lobe, so nothing changed. Yes, another question from Claudio that said that it's necessary the inverter for work in different conditions. Correct? Yes, but if we consider the current market, for example, the wastewater treatment, the inverter is obviously a must now. Every plant has an inverter, and for my experience, the mostly case it's the customer that wants to use his own inverter, and for this reason we doesn't include the inverter as a standard scope of supply, but as option, because obviously if customer doesn't want our inverter, it's important also to give this flexibility to the customer. The total cost of maintenance include also the labor cost for changing. Yes, absolutely. In fact, the total cost of maintenance in this case it's only regarding the parts, not the labor cost, as Antonio Stefanile said, because it's not simple to match this value in terms of labor cost. For sure, it's important also to know this. This means that in this case, the total saving can be higher than the one I showed in this table, and the payback obviously lower. So this is important also thing to mention it, because for sure it's something that is not included in this cost, but must be pay attention also on this aspect, the labor cost for sure. Market application, just to give a very roughly idea. For example, in our wastewater treatment, in which sector we can use this machine. We can see in this slide a scheme of traditional wastewater treatment plant. So the Robox Direct can be used for air bubble, sand, and oil separation system. In this case, it's necessary only a machine that goes at fixed speed. And for the oxidation, bubble oxidation system, for sure, in this case, obviously under inverter, as Claudio mentioned it before, and also for filter backwash system. In this case, this operation in the wastewater treatment, it's an intermittent operation. In this case, the machine have a start and stop intermittent, so mostly case with fixed speed. Also in pressure pneumatic conveying, same things. This is a large pressure pneumatic conveying plant scheme, and just to show where Robox Direct can be used for conveying, for example, flour or sugar or anything other for food and beverage application, and or other things like cement and etc. etc. Just to give a very quickly in use for the application. In terms of list of documentation that will be uploaded in website, we have technical specification, so the complete technical specification of the product, operating and maintenance manual dedicated for this package, brochure that we have released with Christina. Thanks to Christina for this. Drawings, P&I, noise data sheet. So every information about this product is available and uploaded in RepsNet. So it's possible to have everything. Antonio said me that audio, there is some problem on the audio. I don't know if now you can. Just to a recap of the selling point. The selling point for this product is the compactness for sure. So the footprint reduction of 60% respect to the lob blower. The package efficiency, thanks to the traditional lobes, better to the traditional lobes with the transmission belts, thanks to the direct coupling, and the fact that we have easy of use and maintenance, thanks to the absence of the transmission belts that guarantee better maintenance operation. We are saving money and time. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much for your attention, and if there are some doubts on the further the details, further explanation, please don't hesitate to contact me to my mobile phone or email address. Thank you very much.